Today we're going to take notes on the art elements of shape and form. So please title your sketchbook page Shape and Form Notes. As always, we want to put our date somewhere in the corner, easy to see. So first things first, we really want to get your definition of a shape and a form. So we'll start with a shape. Now a shape is going to be 2D, and it's an area that's flat. You can also think of it as a closed line. An example of a shape would be this, a line that comes back around, or an area that's flat and filled out like that. A form, on the other hand, is going to be 3D. So a form is a 3D object. It has volume. So instead of a circle, we would have a sphere. Instead of a triangle, maybe a pyramid or a cone. Again, the main difference that you see here is one is 2D and one is 3D. So let's go over the different dimensions. The dimensions are height and width for 2D objects. So things can have a height, have a width. Those are those two dimensions. How tall is it? How wide is it? When we want to do 3D, we add length, and that creates volume. So 3D, we look at the height, width, and length of objects. If I were to draw it out, you can see that a square is a shape. It has a height and it has a width. It is 2D, so you can draw that. Now if I take that square, I have its height and width, but I give it a length as well, then I now have a 3D object. If you think of things like movies or video games, 2D cartoons are going to be those drawn cartoons, and 3D cartoons are going to look a little bit different. They go back and forward in space in a different way. Same with 2D versus 3D video games. Mario is like a side scroller where he goes up and down, side to side, but in 3D games you're able to go backwards and forwards in space in a different way. Now that we know the difference between a shape and a form, there are still two different types of them. So you can have what's called a geometric shape or a geometric form. And geometric, it sounds like math. So these are math-based. Basically, the shapes that you can name are going to be geometric shapes. So again, if we think of very basic circles, triangles, squares, parallelograms, rhombuses, all of those things are going to be geometric. Versus organic shapes, which are going to be nature-based. So those are going to be a little bit more unpredictable and unique. So things like amoebas, people, plants, those are going to be your organic shapes.